Today in our journal, I'm going to write about someone in my family and I'm going to tell something about that person. So I drew a picture. This is me, and I have a little sister. Now, even though we're grown, she's still my little sister. I'm older and she's younger. So my first sentence that I'm going to write is, I have a little sister. So I will have 5 words in my first sentence. I know my sentences always start with a capital letter, and I also know that the word I is a special word and it's always capitalized even if it isn't at the beginning of a sentence. So I have 2 reasons to capitalize I here. So I is my first word, I, then I'll leave my space. Have is a sight word that we know, H-A-V, E. And have is a rule breaker word because when we have silent E, usually it tells the vowel to say its name. But this does not say have, it says have. I have, leave my space, A. A is an easy word. It's just a lowercase a because it's in the middle of our sentence. I have a, leave my space, little. Little is a 2-syllable word, and we know how to spell our sight word little. L-I-T, that's my first syllable, lit, and then T-L-E, my second syllable, tul. I have a little, I'm going to leave my space, sister. Sister has 2 syllables. I don't know if I can squeeze it in there. I actually know the letters that are in sister, so I think I can squeeze it in there, but if I weren't sure, I should go to the next line. So sister has 2 syllables, sis-ter. My first syllable is sis. Let's do the sounds in sis. S-I-S. So I'm going to write those sounds down. S-I-S. I have a little sis. Ter. That's my second syllable is ter. I only hear 2 sounds in ter. T-er. But I know that every syllable has a vowel, so I'm going to put down my t. And then my is going to have a vowel with it. It's going to be E-R. I have a little sister. Those are the 5 words in my first sentence. What should I do now? I should end my sentence with punctuation. I'm going to put my period there. I have a little sister. Now, I'm very lucky. My sister is nice, and I love her. So I am going to write, she is nice, and I love her. So I will have 7 words in my next sentence. Now, I don't have any room here, so I'll go to the next line. Because I'm on a new line, is that why I'm going to start with a capital letter? You're right, it's not the reason why. I start with a capital letter because my period tells me that sentence has ended and I'm starting a new sentence. New sentences start with capitals. We know the sight word she is S, starting with my capital to start my sentence, H-E. I could even sound that out, sh-e. She, I'll leave my space, is, we know the sight word is I-S. It's another word we could sound out. Is. She is, I'm going to leave my space, nice. Nice has 3 sounds. N-I-S. Let's put our sounds down. N-I-S. Now that sounds like an S, doesn't it? It sure does. If I put an S here, it would say nis. So I want this I to say I. So I am going to not put an S, I'm going to put a C and an E because CE says S. And this E will make the I say its name, nice, nice. If you put an S instead, that's A-okay because I know you're listening to your sounds, but this is the way we would see nice written in a book. She is nice. And, ooh, we know that sight word and is A-N-D. We could sound that out. And. She is nice and I. Ooh, what's special about the word I? It is always capitalized. You're right. So I'm going to do my capital I. And I, do I have room for my next word? I don't. I'll go to the next line. I love her. Very good. Let's do the sounds in love. V. 3 sounds. It sounds like it's going to be L, U, V. And if you wrote that, I would know you're listening to your sounds. Love is a rule breaker word. It is spelled L-O-V-E. This silent E does not make the O say O. This is not love. This is the word love. That's just a word that we have to know how to spell. She is nice, and I love, leave my space, her. Her, we only hear 2 sounds in her. But we know we have to have a vowel, so it's not going to just be H-R, It's going to be H-E-R, and we know that sight word, her. I have a little sister. She is nice, and I love her. Oh, I did forget to end my sentence. I could end it with a period, or because I really think my sister is super nice and I love her a whole bunch, I could do an exclamation point to show that I really, really mean it. All right, let's read my writing one more time. I have a little sister. She is nice, and I love her. I could write even more about my sister if I wanted to. Now, I don't expect you to write about your sister unless that's what you choose. But I would like for you to write about someone in your family and tell me about that person. Make sure your picture matches your writing. And then I would love for you to read it to me on Seesaw. I can't wait to see what you've done. Good job.